Flourishing appears in the area because he has information to provide to the main character, and then he stays to help the main character without handing food, and is there and gets pissed when the main character is injured. Like, man is screaming bloody murder. He is pissed these people laid hands on his boss, even though he tries to not have a subordinate and boss relationship with the main character. He screams, "Who touched my boss?" Like, he was furious. But the information he came to bring the main character was information about Gentle Jade, and Gentle Jade is missing. No one knows where he is. He's disappeared after the funeral of his teacher and all the riots had calmed down. No one knows where he's gone. And this obviously upsets the main character Stu, because remember, they're the second couple. They had relations going on, and so he's upset that Gentle Jade is missing because that was his man. We find out that the second prefect only helped because he wanted to take over the backer's position, get his wealth, his connections, his relationship with the Glan clan, and become the Yin clan's new little dog. He wanted all of that for himself, except the main character sends him a warning saying, if you're going to back out on the deal we had made, I promise you it's not going to be good for you. And the dude's like, you know what? Nope. I'm going to follow the main character. It's not going to be smart for me, because he realized when they first met, the main character had already given him a warning, and now the main character is giving him a second warning, making him go, oh, nope, I got to make the deal with the main character, not the Yan clan, or I'll be doomed. I'll have the same fate as my backer and my dead concubine. So they return back to the territory they're staying at, and the main character wanted his student to keep it a secret that he got injured and he had been sick, both on the way there and on the way back. He does not want the male lead to know. So when the student sends the letter to tell the male lead about everything that go on, he hid the fact that the main character was injured and sick. Except the male lead showed up there because he wanted to see his wifey. He wanted to hold his wifey. He wanted kissy all over his wifey. He wanted to take care of his wifey. And he realizes, after doing the devil's tango with his wifey, that his wifey is injured and sick, and he was pissed. He forces the main character's student to tell him the truth because the main character refuses to tell him the truth. He goes and tattles on the main character to the main character's adopted father to make sure the adopted father makes sure the main character isn't sick anymore or injured, and that he actually takes care of himself. Because he's realized if he's not there and the adopted father's not there, the main character refuses to take care of himself, and he doesn't let anyone else take care of himself. So yes, the male lead is pissed, and the main character has to use his vixen ways to calm his husband, but it doesn't fully calm down his husband. His husband tells him, hey, the next time you get injured or you die, because it already kills me on the inside that you got injured and tried lying to me, I will kill myself. You hear me? I will kill myself. Now, it doesn't outright state that, but it's basically what it said, that he would kill himself if anything happened to the main character. And I'm like, that's what I told you, honey. You married a man who's obsessed with you. He is obsessed with you. I wouldn't be doing anything crazy. Like, when he got injured, I'm like, oh, your husband's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be pissed. You got yourself a loyal dog, and loyal dogs don't like it when their cute, adorable foxies get hurt. So listen to me, honey, and don't get injured ever again. And when he was telling the main character's adopted father all of this, he spoke like a man who was asking for permission to take, for the wife, for the son, to be his wife. That's literally what it sounded like. It sounded like a proposal. Being like, I'll take care of him, I'll support him, I'll get the doctors he needs, I'll get my teacher to take care of him. He sounded like a sporting, caring husband, and it went right over the adopted father's head because he couldn't understand. Like, he liked what the dude was saying, but at the same time, he could not understand why it felt so off. And it's because he's trying to steal your son. He's trying to take your son and make him his wife. He's already done that, and sadly, you haven't realized that yet. So there are some trigger warnings in this that I want to warn you guys about, and it's typically that the ex-Bandit King loved to force himself on children repeatedly. And since he was so cruel and rough with these children, and these children were not even barely 10, they usually died. And one of these children could have been the Yin clan's youngest grandson, but because of the power of the family, the dude didn't lay hands on the kid. He saved the child and returned the child. but then turned around and grabbed another child that looked like him and forced himself on that child, and no one knows what happened to that kid. Yeah. That's how disgusting this man is. And the backer of the second prefect knew this and hated and despised this man for it. He hated this man because the man was a disgusting pig. And even rushed to the ex-bandit king to save the Yan clan's child when he thought the ex-bandit king was going to do something to the kid. Like, this dude was disgusting. So filthy. And I was so happy the male lead and main character killed him. And honestly, he should have got a worse death than what he got. He should have got a way worse one. And just made me realize what could have happened to poor Bear Cub if the new Bandit King had brought the child to the ex-Bandit King. Terrifies me. It full on terrifies me. It sickens me. And now this child is safe and sound with the main character and male lead. He's being taught by the main character's adopted father alongside the third guard of the male lead. Like, I'm just happy that they're safe and sound. So we learned a good fact about the main character's bio father. So this man would go around destroying brothels, especially brothels that were more like human trafficking buildings. And any building that was exactly like this, or any human trafficking ring, this man would go around destroying them, making it full-on illegal in these territories to do this. Because again, remember, all of these territories were supposed to be under the main character's bio father's protection, and he failed to do that. Remember, he purposely failed to do that. And so many people suffered and died because of it. But he was going around destroying brothels, human trafficking, especially when the brothels were ones that had women who were forced or tricked into the business, typically like the main character's mother, because she was one of the poor women tricked into the business. And he was going around doing the good thing. And I was kind of shocked that we'd actually learn a good thing about this man, because everything else we learn about him is despicable. We do find out what happened to Gentle Jade at the end of this book. He shows up at the main character's place, completely, utterly filthy. He looks like a beggar. He's riding a donkey and he's holding a kitten in his sleeve of his robe. And everyone is shocked because they didn't realize it was him. They couldn't recognize him until he starts speaking, and the main character, Stund, recognizes his voice and goes, "It's you." And he's like, "Yeah, it's me. I want to talk to your boss." And the main character's like, "That's me." And they take him in, they give him a bath, they give him fresh clothes, they give him food, they give him tea. Like, they're pampering and taking care of him. They want to know why he's there. And he tells the main character why he's there. He's there to ally himself to the main character and serve and help the main character on the main character's mission. He wants to take the assistant minister and the court of judicial reviews down. He wants that man down. Especially when it's obvious he's done all the terrible things that was done to the virtuous and proper. Like, he wants this man gone out of the picture. He also states that he wants to put the main character on the throne. And the main character's like, "I don't want the throne. I'm planning to give it to somebody else." And he's like, "No, you're going to take the throne because you've gone through so much hardships and terrible things in your life. If you give it to somebody else, you don't know if they're going to turn around, backstab you. It's wise for you to take the throne." But the main character's like, "Well, we'll talk about that later. But right now, we'll take care of you and you're our new ally." And that's how it ends. And I need book 5, and luckily I've already ordered book 5. It should be heading this way. It should be here soon. I just need it in my little grasp. I need it in my grasp.